marks. Don't matter if it's a trademark, a watermark, a skid mark, the day ends in a Y. Her shot's gonna be off the mark. Burn!
Never in a million years, you guys, did I think that there would be a back and forth happening between Stat Stuffer on TikTok and Angel Reese. What's up, you guys? I'm Rachel DeMita and welcome to the Courtside Club. I am actually so excited for today's video because I wanted to share with you guys some things that are going viral right now on WNBA social media. And most of the time on this channel, we're talking about some controversial things or just breaking down basketball, but we're gonna have a little bit of fun today. So let's kick it off with a clip from Caitlin Clark. Now, this one might be a little bit controversial, but let me show you what I'm talking about here. Somebody tweeted Caitlin Clark's body language on this possession. Now, this was during the New York Liberty game where obviously Caitlin Clark went off for 32 points. She had 7 3-pointers. It was an insane game, and the Indiana Fever won. So of course on social media, a ton of people were tweeting praise for the Fever, tweeting praise to Caitlin Clark, but this video in itself has 1.6 million views. So let's check out this sequence. Caitlin Clark passes the ball to Aaliyah Boston. She gets it back, and then she goes up for a long three, step back three. She misses. This is at the end of the second half, and then the ball goes down to Natasha Howard. But if you look at Caitlin, she's throwing her arms up in the air. She's visibly upset that she didn't get the ball back. And there are so many people who are not fans of Caitlin, not fans of the Fever, who are outraged about this clip. They're like, look at her body language. She needs to be checked. No one's ever going to talk about this. Clearly, players don't like playing with her because look at how she acts on the court when she's not getting a shot. She's so selfish. Like, the comments were actually insane. And so many people were retweeting this video. I actually thought it was kind of funny. Like, no, do you want to see a player with that sort of body language kind of calling for the ball or getting visibly upset that they didn't get the ball? No, I'm not advocating for this. However, she was on a heater. She hit, I think it was like 4 or 5 3-pointers in the first half alone. She had that sequence where she hit 3 3-pointers in 38 seconds. Clearly she wanted the ball back. She wanted to do a little heat check. And also there could have been a play that they were running that broke down where Caitlin was supposed to take that final shot at the end of the second quarter. We don't actually know. And this is not the only player in the WNBA who has ever gotten visibly upset over something. There are so many things that can happen within the heat of the game to try to single out this one little play on the court when clearly the team was gelling, the team chemistry was there, they won the game, Caitlin had a great game. I just thought it was funny that this was the one clip. Like, you couldn't find any other reason to tear down Caitlin Clark, so you picked this one little possession where her body language, to be fair, it wasn't great. But I will also say this, the greatest of the greats in any sport, whatever that may be, their competitive edge is second to none. They care about winning more than they care about anything. So on the court, you're gonna see emotion from them. We've seen it from Jordan. We've seen it from Kobe. Like, Kobe has the reputation of being an actual on the court and sometimes to teammates, and he's one of the greatest to ever play the game. We've seen this from LeBron, and we've also seen it from plenty of other WNBA players. I just wanted to point this out because a lot of people were talking about it. Like I told you guys, nearly 2 million views on social media, but to me, not a big deal. It would be a big deal though if it was happening every time down the court, but in this case, it's not. And this one is so good, you guys. Angel Reese has filed a trademark for the rebound term me bounds. Angel Reese says that she loves the trolling because it results in good ideas from her fans. Now, if you guys aren't chronically online and you've never heard of me bounds, it's basically a term that fans and fans who troll have used for Angel Reese when she goes up for a shot and she ends up getting her own rebound. They are calling those me bounds, and it was something that even started last season, but I feel like there was one account who blew this thing out of the water and used it the most, and that was the account on TikTok. It's called Stat Stuffer. And it's so funny, you guys, because since the news was announced that Angel Reese was trademarking the term me bounds, Stat Stuffer actually put up a new lowlights video of Angel Reese. So if you are not familiar with this account, I'm going to show you a couple clips here, but here's the video that he had in response to Angel trademarking me bounds.
Angel Reese, part 41. Let's get it. The worst two teams in the league face off. Call it Dumb and Dumber. Bang! A lot of chatter on my timeline about trademarks. Don't matter if it's a trademark, a watermark, a skid mark, the day ends in a Y. Her shot's gonna be off the mark. Bang! What do you call a prayer and a layup? We call those pray-ups, because it's gonna take a miracle from God to get that ball through the cylinder. How about it? Bang! I didn't know you could have a triple-double and still find a way to lower your field goal percentage on the year. But guess what? She found a way. 20% last night. How about it? Bang!
Pecan? Are we actually saying pecan? No. If you're gonna say it, you say it right. Pecan. Like
butter pecan! Bang! I thought bowling was on Thursday nights. What? Bang!
Want in, join the other hundreds of people who get in the Me Bound shirt. Link in the bio.
Bang! They tugging on hair now. Look at that. Yeet. Yeet. She's gonna come down and swing and a miss. Are we surprised that she whiffed? No. Bang!
Never in a million years, you guys, did I think that there would be a back and forth happening between Stat Stuffer on TikTok and Angel Reese. I love this on all sides. Honestly, you guys, I don't know if I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy, but I like the troll accounts. I like the fake news accounts who just post things that are clearly satire. And Stat Stuffer is one that does that. Obviously, he's made a name off of Angel Reese videos, but he's also done others with NBA players. He's done Caitlin Clark videos, etc. But Angel Reese, kudos to her. Like, checkmate. This was such a brilliant idea to trademark the term Me Bounds, because as you guys saw in that TikTok, Stat Stuffer is selling t-shirts that say Me Bounds, but in Angel Reese's trademark, it says that she is asking for the trademark for t-shirts, sweatshirts, and hats. So if that clears, then this TikTok account probably won't be able to sell those t-shirts anymore. But the reason I love this is just because we're finally getting the sense of humor back into sports. Like, not everything needs to be taken so seriously. Not everything is a threat. Not everything is misogynistic. Like, not everything is so bad. And I like that Angel Reese has a sense of humor about all of this. And she did. She played better last night. She had a triple-double. She even captioned one of her TikToks, butter pecan bang, which is another phrase that this TikToker uses. And I'm honestly just happy about this, because this is what social media is about. We should be able to laugh at ourselves every once in a while. And Angel Reese is like, look, let me make some money off of this as well. Now, speaking of troll accounts, I want to show you guys this clip from Cameron Brink's podcast where her and Sue Bird are talking about NBA CENTEL'D. If you guys aren't on Twitter, NBA CENTEL'D is a huge account that essentially just puts out satire, puts out memes, puts out fake news about NBA player and stories around the NBA. But what they've been doing this season is they've been putting out tweets also about the WNBA, and they have been actually hilarious. And they put one out about Cameron Brink and her teammate Kelsey Plum. So watch this clip, you guys.
They said Los Angeles Sparks practice was delayed due to Kelsey Plum and Cameron Brink arriving in the same outfit and refusing to acknowledge each other. So I told Kelsey about this probably a couple weeks ago, because it's been out for a while. And Kelsey was like, send it to me. I'm going to quote tweet it and say, that
11.6 million views.
11.6 million views on this tweet.
It's a popular account. No, I actually think it's good though.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last year plus has been crazy with the social media takes around the WNBA. Like, you guys know the craziness.
Yeah.
Add on the 20 plus years of just like people on us all the time. So this is actually, to be on a parody account, it sounds weird, but it's actually
It's
a
a
good
win.
sign.
It's
Because
a
now
dub.
it's like, we're part of the joke. We're not the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
Everybody gets CENTEL'D on the guy's side.
And I love that they had this kind of attitude about it, because what we were seeing from WNBA fans, they were calling out CENTEL'D. They wanted to get CENTEL'D banned. They were saying that CENTEL'D is so misogynistic and hateful with the tweets that they were putting out. And it's just crazy. It's actually the opposite of misogyny. NBA CENTEL'D only used to cover the men's game. Now they're covering the women's game also. Like, no one is safe. No guy's safe. No girl is safe. They're funny tweets. The point of it is to laugh and scroll. Laugh and scroll. Don't put too much weight into it. And I just kind of love the fact that some of these younger players are just letting this stuff roll off their shoulders. Like, it's truly not that serious, you guys. This is sports. It's supposed to be fun. And if you guys aren't familiar with CENTEL'D, I want to read to you some of their tweets about the WNBA. This one was really funny. I actually retweeted it. They said Caitlin Clark was drug tested 11 times after the game per league sources. And this was after the Liberty game where she went off. There was another one when Caitlin Clark was out. They said ticket prices for tonight's Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever game are 50 cents. And then lastly, they said, report, the WNBA has fined Caitlin Clark and Ryan Howard $30 each for engaging in on-court gossip, per league sources. So you guys kind of get the gist of their tweets, and they do stuff that's actually so much more insane in the NBA. And I just kind of love that it's going to the WNBA. It's proving that the league is growing. There's more eyeballs on it, and we should all just be able to laugh. Sports are fun. Let's laugh about it. Lastly, you guys, I want to talk about the news that Caitlin Chen has been re-signed to the Golden State Valkyries. And if you guys remember, that was such a huge story when she was waived from the Valkyries, because when she got drafted to the Valkyries, she was immediately a fan favorite, and she actually did pretty well in the preseason games. So a lot of fans were so upset that she would be leaving the Valkyries. Now, with that news, there was a ton of people on TikTok who were making videos about Caitlin Chen getting waived and saying how unfair it was. And Satu Sabali actually commented on one of these TikToks and basically laid it out for these fans. She was like, look, she just isn't good enough yet. This happens all the time in the league. She'll get her chance. You know, it was a great platform for her. Now her name is more well known, and fans were just going in on Satu. Like, they were so mad at her for even saying that. Like, how could you even say that she wasn't good enough, this and that? So now that Caitlin Chen has been signed back to the Golden State Valkyries, people are back on TikTok and they're like, Satu, what are you gonna say now? And she just commented and she said, "A," with a bunch of emojis. But this is another instance, you guys. I guess my whole point of making this video is it finally feels like some players at least are starting to have a little bit more fun on social media, and not everything is so dark, not everything is so serious, and we can just lightly troll one another and we can have fun with it. Now, I can't say the same about the mainstream media personalities because they seem to have very sensitive skin, and that was the case with the WNBA All-Star voting. So as you guys know, WNBA All-Star voting is open now to the public. And in order to vote for your All-Stars, you pick whatever players that you want, and all you simply have to do is put in an email. So what fans did to find a loophole through this voting is they started using media members' emails to cast multiple votes. So they would use their own and they'd go find another media members to vote for the players that they wanted to vote for. And somebody tweeted this. They said multiple media members have had their emails hacked by Caitlin fans, all for the sake of voting her into the All-Star game. This is next level crap. Y'all don't feel crazy doing this, all for an All-Star game? Weirdos, man. And then this other media member said, this fan base is unhinged. Call it how I see it. Harassment and threats for what? Some people are just truly showing why this has been the elephant in the room no one's been talking about. And she showed a screenshot of all of her emails that she was getting that said, thanks for voting in the 2025 WNBA All-Star. You guys, I cannot help but laugh because firstly, you didn't get hacked. Secondly, there's no harassment and there's no there's no harassment or threats. They're just using your email. They just found a loophole because the WNBA doesn't have two-factor. Like, you do not have to verify your email. You don't have to create an account. You don't have to do any of these things. It's the WNBA's fault for not having a proper voting system. But the media members are getting so pissed off, and I just can't help but laugh. Like, honestly, if I was getting bamboozled with emails for All-Star votes, I'd be like, I don't know, is what it is. I would just send it to my spam account. It's not that serious. Like, at the end of the day, it's not that serious. Nobody's getting hacked and nobody's getting threats. It's just the WNBA, like, they need to have a better system next year. But that's all I have to say about that, you guys. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. I'm glad that we got to laugh a little in some of these videos because sometimes I feel like the topics are so heavy. This one was fun for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Thumbs up this video if you did. Click that little subscribe button because we upload new videos every single week. And with that, you guys, I'll see you next time. Ooh, and ah.